Hey everybody, I am back with my boy Julian, and we are talking about round 3. We just heard from Ammunition. She was saying she's super excited about it. This one's a little bit different. It's the postcard challenge. Can you explain?
Yes, they are going to use a feature in the game, the photo editor, and they are going to be able to take the picture they want wherever they want. We selected an iconic place in each region. So you have the Mount Rushmore, the Space Needle, and 2 other places. And that is very nice because you can use the setting of the feature to change the weather, to change the filters, so you can do whatever you want and try to do some crazy photos. Because you can like use a fast-fav and put like on the top of the Mount Rushmore a bike or a boat or whatever you want.
Yeah, some of our IGNers were playing the game and they were parking on top of like the Statue of Liberty and some wild stuff. Let's take a look at some of the best landmarks in the crew too.
We just saw all the locations, not that the regions can choose because all of them do the location in their region, but where we will be for the next big challenge. And Ammunition, she revealed it somehow already, right before the break.
Yeah.
And we will have a picture contest basically, so they will try to recreate the best picture, but it would be way too easy if they could do that the next 2 hours. They only have
3 minutes, I think.
3 minutes, yeah, 2 to 3 minutes.
We don't give them that much time.
Yeah. They need to be fairly quick.
They have prepared though. I think all of them have an idea of what they want to accomplish here, but this is pretty awesome. I've commentated quite a few things in the world, but never a photo challenge. So this is going to be just delightful. Give us your best photo shot. Each region creates one postcard with a landmark from the region. YouTube and Twitch, get your fingers ready to type because you're going to be voting for your favorite postcard. Yes, we are letting you decide what we do. So get ready, YouTube and Twitch. Each region will be awarded the following points based on votes. So up to you guys, you wonderful viewers on the stream on Twitch or YouTube. You'll be able to vote, and it is up to you to decide who you want to support and who does the best picture. Not us, unless we get on Twitch and YouTube. If I guess we can make our own. We can vote if we want from here.
We could
using our phones.
I mean,
but we could also talk about which ones are our favorite personally, and I don't know if we're going to be biased or not.
No.
Probably not.
I was just thinking about, is there a reason to be biased right now? No. All my guys are through.
We have a very good eye for good art, though. We'll be able to critique, the lines, the rule of thirds, the different angles. Exactly. See the different angles that are utilized here in this competition. And something I wanted to mention too that's pretty cool about the Road 2, beyond the landmarks that we're seeing, is just the open worlds element. But Once again, you guys can vote. You'll be able to vote on which of these photos you believe is constructed the best. All these teams, they're all going to be playing at once. We're going to have a shot of all of them at the same time, watching them as they work, and then it's going to be up to you guys once again to vote on which picture you think is the best, which team did the best job at using their landmark to accomplish what they want. And there's going to be 4 teams. Again, all 4 teams are playing at once. East has the Cape Cod Lighthouse, so the East team is going to go around the Cape Cod Lighthouse and decide what angle they want to pick. The South is going to be Space Industries. They're going to be going around, again, we saw shots of that in the video we just saw before it came back to us. The Midwest has Mount Rushmore, and then West has Space Needle. And again, in order to vote, you're basically going to type out either East, South, Midwest, or West. But once the pictures are revealed. So I don't believe it will count your vote until we actually reveal those final pictures. So get ready.
Another thing to add is that they will not have 4 cars. So they will have 2 cars and 2 of their teammates basically helping them out create this picture.
And to nitpick a little, it's 2 vehicles, not necessarily cars. So we'll have to see which vehicle they decide to utilize in their photos.
That's true. It will not be that super easy. I heard some of the ideas already when the guys were talking in the back.
Yeah.
Getting prepared. So I wonder if they really go that crazy. I asked for that stuff, like turning into a plane, going up the mountain. They said, we're a bit afraid of the time, so we got
safe to be a little safe.
Yeah, we got an idea that's easier and faster to get done, as they obviously want to make sure that they got a picture. We will have all of them on our screen, so we can watch how they prepare the picture and see in which direction they will go for doing it. They can switch to planes, they can switch to boats, whatever they want. It's not like they need to have 2 cars on it. But it needs to be two
vehicles.
Yeah.
2 of them have to be in the photo. So I'm excited to see what happens here. And again, if you're watching the stream, open up the chat. Whatever platform you're looking on, instructions should be there. And it should also be listed when voting is live. So keep an eye on the chat wherever you're looking, and you'll be able to vote at the right time on either East, South, Midwest, or West. And once again, the West is Ammunition, Samara Redway, Typical Gamer, and Diction. East is Cream, Speedy, W03, Hova, and Legion. The South is Big Jiggly Panda, TC9700 Gaming, a.k.a. Forest. That Dude in Blue, and Daithe de Nagla. And then Midwest is Legendary Leah, Jack Ultramotive, The Slap Train, and Bryce Games. Right now we're looking at the West region here and the East right next to each other. The West region is closest to us on the screen there. And you can see 2 in the front with the controls and 2 in the back, kind of lending their moral support. There we see the South, and over on the far right there is the Midwest. Getting ready to go, getting ready to set their pictures, kind of trying to, they have a good idea of what they want to do, but now is the time for them to put the picture together, if you will. It's exciting stuff. I like it. I can't wait to see what pieces, the artistic abilities of these guys. As we've seen them racing, and there's certainly ways you can be creative while racing on a track, but there's lots of creative ways to be artistic if you're actually creating a picture using the settings that the Crew 2 has allowed within their game. So we'll see what happens here.
I think they all have a creative side, so I'm not really worried about not getting good
I think this is the
postcards.
hardest. I think this is actually going to be really difficult to decide whose is the best. I think that's going to be.
You don't need to do that, so it's not that bad. You can
You're right.
leave that to the chat.
You're right.
Doing all of that, so we don't need to worry about that. All we can just do, our usual talk about nonsense while they're doing so, and act like we would actually know how art should be created, but we're not the ones judging, so it's all good. Otherwise, I know that you will always go for
We will
Legion.
judge in our own way, and it's going to be wonderful. And I'm seeing their screen right now, a little bit of a snowy atmosphere. I wonder if are they making the picture right now? It looks like. I think that must be the Mount Rushmore region.
No, yeah, they were just changing to the landmarks. Gotcha. Obviously, they need to get there, and then decide for the cars they want to use and all that. We see them discussing that. Sorry, in the background, like we're using hands, feet, everything
to
explain
from the top, and then like a waterfall. And then, now we're seeing a plane.
Oh, yeah, we see a plane on Slap Train. So,
right, here we go.
You will use that.
So we got West in top left, the Midwest in bottom left, East Coast top right, and the South in the bottom right there. And once again, top left is going to be the Space Needle. Top right is going to be the Cape Cod Lighthouse, which we're kind of seeing. We're seeing what's going on there a little bit. And they're able to change the weather. Okay, they're able to change the weather, too, to kind of decide what aesthetic they want. We see an American flag there in the south. And they're looking for a photo of Space Industries. And then, again, Midwest in the bottom left there, they're looking for a shot of Mount Rushmore, which I do not see in the frame yet.
Yeah, it seems like the South is a bit struggling setting the picture together.
Yeah.
But we see on the side of
We got
East
the timer at the top there. Ooh, I like the Space Needle shot there.
If you look at the East Coast, they try with a bit of cheeky product placement.
Okay.
Basically, a bit of advertisement. We suck, vote for
That's
us,
one
please.
way to do it. You know, you know what they say: ask for what you want.
Yeah.
So, you know, you do have the ability to write on the side of your vehicle. And that is exactly what we're seeing there. Vote for us, please. All right.
I mean, I like how they get
you
creative.
can just hear him laughing.
You
You can just hear him laughing. It's great.
I like how they get creative. We see the South is aiming for the Mustang with having a plane in the background.
Yeah.
That's what they're trying. So trying to get the picture well together. Midwest is going for the drift picture. They've got motocross in there. They've got a drifting Mazda RX-7 with a rotary engine. Hopefully a rotary. I mean, we're in the US, so some of them could be LS swapped.
Right.
But I hope it's a rotary. And West Coast, I'm not sure about the West Coast. Are they done? I mean, that's the space.
Well,
I can see it.
I think they have cars. You see the two cars
they're
there?
up there.
There's two cars there on the Space Needle.
Parked right on it.
You know, if I'm playing Pokemon Snap, I don't think that would get too many points because of how small the cars are. But you know, I guess it's fine. It's the subtle element there. And I thought the South was Space Industries, but I guess South is Mount Rushmore, even though Mount Rushmore is more in the Midwest. So I'm a little bit confused about that. Because I thought the South would be doing Space Industries and the Midwest would do Mount Rushmore, but it looks like it's the other way around. So
I think the South is not sure yet how to really create the picture they want.
It's like
testing out new
the
stuff.
the tongue of the. Is that George Washington? I should probably know which face. What do you like so far? The voting will start, by the way, once the timer at the top of your screen is all the way down to 0.
I think South is not ready. Look at that. The South is not ready at all.
They're trying to figure this out.
Everyone else, like West Coast, they're done.
All right, get your
East
votes
Coast
ready.
Done.
Get your votes ready. West, East, Midwest, or South. You can vote in about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And voting is open. Which photo is your favorite? West, East, South, Midwest, and to be clear here, on the bottom right, that is the Midwest team in the bottom right. So the South team is in the bottom left. So look out for that. Mount Rushmore is the Midwest team. Space Industries is the South, and there we go. It's getting amended there. So there you can see. Now would be a great time to vote here. Either West, East, Midwest, or South. As you can see, Mount Rushmore in the Midwest. We got some of the snow going on. It looks like the car is like a tongue of Ben Franklin or whoever that is. I should probably.
Yeah, we will get you in a history class right after this one. Don't worry.
I'm going to look that one up, but I can't see his whole face because the car's there. And again, the South is Space Industries, so we're looking out for that photo. But pretty clearly, the West is Space Needle. They figured it out pretty quickly there. And then East Coast, we got the lighthouse in the background and the very creative wording on the boats. Almost drowned once. Vote for us, please. Oh man, that's one way to do it. Ask for what you want. I appreciate that.
Yeah, be straightforward. They try their best to get it.
Oh, there we go.
Look at that. I think they were choosing different pictures, and they're like, okay, this might be the best one because the other way did not really work at all.
Yeah. Now we're seeing.
But what happened to the South? Like, they're also not really sure. Can we see
trying
that
to
picture
figure
again?
They're disqualified.
No. I think they were just tried to get into the photo.
There it
now.
is.
Yeah, there it is.
They need to find. Is that the one they're going with?
Okay, 1.5 minutes for them to vote. Yeah, it's the
There
drifting RX-7 and the motocross right in front of him. So it's boats with the East Coast. The South brings in the drifting. Midwest is just showing American power with the Ford cars, and West Coast, they decided to put their cars on the highest spot available.
Yeah.
Basically, they're on the Space Needle. It's hard to see it, but you can see two cars. I think one of them is a
back
Porsche.
to back. They're kind of back to back
Yeah,
there.
one is a Porsche. I'm not sure about the other one.
How'd they get the cars up there?
I think they can. Yeah, they can use a plane.
So then they must have used the plane.
Yeah.
And then because you can hot switch into the car from the plane. So I think the timer at the top is the new reflection of when you're able to vote here, I believe. So
and that's how long they can.
Oh, that's how long you vote. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. You have 45 seconds left to vote. So voting is open. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are in the chat and you want influence on what's going on, now is your chance. I know all of you always want to have a say in the show, and we're happy to give that to you right now. So put your vote in the chat. Either put West, East, Midwest, or South, depending on which photo you like the best. I think they're all pretty cool. I like the different angle. I like the different creativity we're seeing.
Yeah, I mean the Space Needle in Seattle. That's a really great picture. Obviously, it builds on where they are in the landmark. Might not be the most creative thing, but the picture, like as terms of the postcard, it's amazing.
The top is kind of cool.
Yeah, it's really good. I mean, we see the East Coast. They're probably the most creative. It's an easy thing they did, but you need to have the idea.
Exactly.
Of doing it.
No one else really wrote on their cars. So okay, I think voting is closed, and we're gonna stay tuned for the results there. But I love it. Lots of laughter over there during that whole ordeal. I think some singing from Legion. He's always singing over there. Gotta watch out for that. And actually, I see them with their phones out. I think they're voting for themselves on Twitch chat, which is pretty hilarious. And it would actually make, why not? That'd make a lot of sense. But now now we're gonna tally up these votes here.
To put this in a bigger picture, actually, it would need to be the South. They would need to win to get Forest into the top 4. Okay. So because if they win, everyone gets 4 points. That's how it is. So if South comes first, everyone gets 4 points, everyone gets 3 points, everyone gets 2 points, pretty easy. The whole team scores, and Forest is on 5th.
Yeah.
So with a win...
The thing with that is, like, I'm from the South. That's where I spent 18, 20 years of my life. So you would think I'd be biased or whatever, but I was probably least impressed by the photo from the South. I mean, it was cool. They were drifting. It was on the road, but there's just ironworks behind them. Like I would have liked to see the you remember when the previous shots we were seeing the big spacecraft. That'd be cool to feature in their photo. So, that's just me though. I don't know. What do I know? I don't know anything. But I was probably less impressed with the photo from the South. So I don't know.
I like the drifting and I like the effort. I mean, they showed some driving skill to do it. Everyone else went for static, basically. Problem was, I think there are better locations in that location to take that picture. So maybe they were struggling to actually find enough space to get the car sideways.
Yeah, maybe they kind of ran out of time too a little bit. Like they had a different angle they were going for. Who knows?
Yeah, but like I said,
we're speculating.
When it comes to a postcard, I think the Seattle
that was great.
Was the best one.
And then the Mount Rushmore was great too. They had the nice shot from the bottom with the 2 cars there, and then you had the very clear Mount Rushmore there in the distance. And I think it was snowy. They made the weather snowy, which was a nice little effect too. And I also think there were American flags on the side too. So they had one of their cars actually an American flag on it. So I guess patriotism from them, I suppose. And then of course the Midwest letters, the messages on the boats. Why not? Ask for what you want sometimes. I get it. A little bit of making fun of themselves a little bit in that photo, but asking for votes, I don't have a problem with that. So I'm curious to see how the results are going to unfold.
I just like that they put some humor in that part. So I'm totally fine with that. Probably my favorite when it comes to just a picture in general, like a great picture, then the Seattle one should have won.
Okay.
But I like the idea. I like that they actually created those liveries on those cars. They had to do that on those boats.
Yeah.
In that case, so that it actually shows up. But we got the results of round number 3, the last round before we go into the last chance qualifier.
What did the
so
chat
will be
decide?
interesting. It is West winning 56%. That's actually a clear
That was
vote.
the Seattle Space Needle photo getting first. And then East, that was the boats with the letters on it, 33.01%. But look at that, 89% of the vote, almost 90% of the vote going to the West and the East. So South at the very bottom, 4.65%. Midwest, the Mount Rushmore shot. Maybe because they took so long to kind of finish what they were doing, so people weren't voting for them as much. West and East were very clearly done as the initial time expired.
Yep.
Maybe that's why they got more votes. But ultimately, West getting most of the points. East, not too bad. They each get 3 points. Midwest each will get 2 points, and then the South will each get 1 point, which means we're going to have standings incoming pretty soon here. And again, the top 4 from these standings that we're about to see will advance to the finals. They will not have to participate in the 4th round. And there you go, a cream, typical gamer, that dude in blue, and the slap train. I love how we have one representative from each region, East, West, South, Midwest, Oh, and actually we do.
Yeah, we get into a tiebreaker. Look at that. 15 points for that dude in blue, 15 for Slap Train. Ammunition the same. Jack missed it by 1.
Okay.
It's a bit sad, but that means we go to Vegas.
Yeah, and it's
for a great boat race.
Three drivers.
Yeah, I like that because I love that track.
Yeah.
It is a very narrow boat track, very tricky.
And we haven't seen a boat yet on the on this
I like that.
project.
I'm happy about the tiebreaker, really.
Yep.
Because I was afraid of us not going to that track. It's an awesomely modern track.
Yeah.
So I'm really happy about that. But it will be hard because that means there's so many people that still don't know if they go into the top 4 or not.
Yeah, well, the top 3 do. The top 3 know, and it's going to be between...
No.
The top 3 were separated, pretty sure. And then 4th, 5th, and 6th were tied.
No,
at
wasn't
15.
that...
Let's take another look.
Let's have a quick look again so that we're totally sure about it. Look at that.
Okay,
so
top 2.
Cream is definitely true.
So yeah.
Through, yeah, typical game
Cream
for
is typically,
second.
they're through.
And then it's 3rd, 4th, 5th. Yeah,
So yeah,
so
3rd, 4th, and 5th.
that's the big...
So 2 of these 3 are going through, right? So 1 is not going to be advancing into the top 4. Okay, there we go. Cool. So this is going to be exciting. That dude in blue, the Slap Train, and Ammunition, only 2 of the 3 of these competitors will be advanced to the finals for now. Again, this is just the initial 4 to go through, and I'm actually going to write this down so I don't forget it.
Yeah, it's that dude in blue, the Slap Train, and Ammunition. Those 3 will go on to a boat trip, which is great. Just that we saw the East Coast actually doing the boat
can't wait for that.
It is a crazy track. We both did it yesterday. It is, like, if you do it for the first time, it's probably the hardest today. It's really, really hard, very narrow. There's even an uphill section on the water.
And
so you need to save boost for that.
Save your nitro for that. And I actually got some insight from developers as well that the left trigger actually tilts your boat up, and you go faster. Did you know that?
Yeah. I played the close feature.
But now for the tiebreaker, we have 3 drivers, and only 2 can advance straight to the finals. Whoever gets 3rd place will have to play in round 4, the elimination round. But we are going to Las Vegas.
Yeah, Las Vegas Waterway. That's the next thing we do. It's tiebreaker because we got position 3, 4, and 5 on the same points, 15 in total, if I'm not mistaken, right now, which means they will go to a very tricky course. They will do power boats and not speed boats. I think that's the difference.
Well, I think this
are
is the speed boat.
The big ones.
Yeah, this is the small. This is going to be the small one.
It shouldn't be power boats, the small ones, and speed boats,
I think it's the other way.
It's the other way around?
I think it is the other way.
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
People will probably blame me now in the chat. That's all right.
And I think we might see that later, though. There's a Key West map. If you're playing the open beta, go down to Key West off Florida, and you'll be able to play with the power boat. And much longer track, very long straightaways. This is more acute, more finite, tight turns. This should only take a couple minutes. That's literally it. I think it's a couple laps around this track, and we're in a boat for the first time. The crew, too, all about those different vehicles. You have the car, you have the plane, you have the boat, and now we're looking at the boat right here as we see Ammunition already in 3rd place, having a little bit of trouble with those walls. And again, it's going to be a very fast track, a lot of tight turns, and we got some AI in the mix as well for now. That dude in blue in 1st, Ammunition in 2nd. The Slap Train actually dropping down to 3rd somehow. Not sure exactly how that happened, but again, it's all about that top 2 in the Slap Train now trying to catch up to Ammunition.
Yeah, we know that this track is challenging anyway, but in the night, it became a total nightmare, at least for me. It's really hard to spot the different corners. It is tricky, it's very technical, so you need to be on point, spot on to be good here. Currently, that dude in blue does a perfect job of doing so. He's leading it. Ammunition is 2nd from our human drivers in the Slap Train after his mistake. He's trying to get back onto one of the bright spots.
He's very close to Ammunition, but we also, I think we just heard an echo of him kind of yelling in pain as I think he crashed or something and actually slipped a little bit further back. So right now, 50% progression through this track. We're 70 seconds down. So yeah, 2 minutes or so is all it takes in this tiebreaker match. That dude in blue looking great out here in the front. And we tried out this track yesterday, but we played in the daytime. And now seeing it at night, I love it. I love the aesthetics and all the lighting on the sides. Very, very Vegas-like. As we're seeing a lot of the characteristics from the actual game. Ammunition trying to stay out in front. A very close battle here for 3rd place between 3rd and 2nd. Remember, you need top 2 right now. Ammunition getting passed by the Slap Train. 60% progression here through this area. And now Ammunition going to try to catch back up. She doesn't have too much time to make it happen. 30 to 40 seconds left in this race.
Yeah, and it's still close, so there is a chance for her to get back but it needs to happen right now. If she wants to qualify in, like, before going into the elimination round, it has to happen here on Waterway on the last 20% of progression. Slaptrain looking good so far, but he did a lot of mistakes already. That dude in blue, he was the one that really showed, hey, I know this track, I know how to handle it, I can stay on top.
He's staying out in front, staying out of the, oh no, wait.
Oh, Slaptrain did that mistake.
What?
We're waiting for it. It really happened.
Oh
He is behind Ammunition, but he's still very close. The last 15%. Can he catch up to Ann once again? He got no boost
How did that
left on it
happen?
anymore, but he was clipping just another wall, crashing again, and it seems like Ann will be in front of the Slaptrain.
Oh no, okay, the dude in blue is in front. Ammunition about to cross that finish line. The Slaptrain, can he catch up to her? Ammunition gonna finish in second place. And yes, Ammunition is gonna make it. Getting second place among our humans, and AI got in second overall, but we don't care about the AI here. And Slaptrain, he was in front with like, again, like 30 seconds left in the race. Slaptrain was in front, and then he just ran into a wall and just couldn't get out of the nook he was in.
I mean, that guy loves to drift. If you know his videos, it's all about like chaos and having fun with any vehicle he could grab.
Yeah.
Probably that was a bit too much fun.
Maybe. I'm sure he'd
Not
want to
fast.
do that one again, but we saw so many, you know, that dude in blue, he was out in the front the entire way. But the battle there between Ammunition and the Slaptrain could not have been any more intense as we take a look at our updated standings here, representing the tiebreaker that just occurred, where, again, from that race, only 2 could advance. And it is going to be that dude in blue and Ammunition, the Slaptrain dropping down to 5th due to that third place effort in the tiebreaker. He'll still be around, but he's going to have to play in the qualifying matches there. But our top 4, Cream, Typical Gamer, that dude in blue, and Ammunition advancing straight to the finals. West Coast people, I'm sure you're excited because that's 2 from the West Coast able to advance into the finals. They will not have to play in the 4th round, which we have coming up next.
Yeah, I think like Forest, so TC 9700 Gaming,
Yes.
and Slaptrain are probably now the favorites among all the guys that need to run through round number 4. Like through the elimination phase, because they were doing really good. I didn't expect the Slaptrain to actually drop down, but I also didn't expect the Forest to still be on the elimination race. So with having them, I think we're in for a really, really great race. A lot of action, a lot of good drivers that still want to make their way to the final, but all of that, round number 4, right after the break.